start off with a song. What do y'all think? Yeah? I'm going to pass the floor to Matthew. Take about 3 minutes and get a little sauce on himself.
Lord, I'm going uptown to the Harlem River to drown. Dirty water gonna cut me over, and I'm not gonna make a sound. Well, I'm on the road, I gotta go, gotta get there while I still can. Troubled days are behind me now, I know they're gonna let me in. When they see me walking up the empty yard, just singing and clapping my hands. They tell my mama I love her, tell my papa try to give money to my baby to spend. So Lord, I'm going uptown to the Harlem River to drown. The dirty water gonna cover me over, and I'm not gonna make a sound. All those good times come and they go, even a good man break. They heal his troubles, bury him whole, even though he knows what's at stake. So I'm taking chances and carrying over, well, I'm still good in his grace. I'm no fool, I know the difference between tempting and choosing my fate. So Lord, I'm going uptown, yeah, to the Harlem River to drown. The dirty water gonna cover me over, and I'm not gonna make a sound. To the Harlem River to drown. The dirty water gonna cover me over, and I'm not gonna make a sound. Oh Lord, I'm going uptown, yeah, to the Harlem River to drown. The dirty water gonna cover me over, and I'm not gonna make a sound. All right.
That came from Brazil. Say a boyfriend killed someone when he was angry. Yeah, but the thing is just a lie, 'cause his gun looks really clean. Southern bells don't wear long black veils. In the springtime they outside of jail, 'cause I forgot that everybody knows my name. Yeah, I got tattoos on my elbows where they say it hurts the most. I got rings on my fingers, got diamonds on my toes, got a mirrored headboard, sunrise breath. Don't know why I won't live alone, 'cause I hold myself to death. Southern bells don't wear long black veils. In the springtime it rains.
'cause I forgot everybody knows my name. 'Cause I forgot that everybody knows my name.
So Matt, tell them who you are. Tell them what you do.
I'm Matthew. I have an outfit called The Matthew Show. We play a lot of tunes around town. And I also write books and do radio plays and weird stuff like that. So,
Yeah, if you like weird stuff, you'll like that.
weird stuff.
Define weird.
What kind of books do you write?
It's usually science fiction. So that's been the last couple of ones that I've done.
He actually just launched a Patreon, so if you would like to support him,
To patreon.com/Mr. The Matthew Show.
yes. And also follow him on all the things, because that's always what he said. All the things.
And follow Trista on all the things.
You can follow me too. I do art. I do commissions. Actually, I've dropped 2 commissions off tonight. One for this gentleman in the back, who's awesome. Thank you for the support. And one for a lady named Brandy Ortiz, who commissioned me while I was not well. Not well, yeah. Anyway, don't get sick. It's not fun. Art 30 TX. And there's a little semicolon between art and 30. But yeah. Alright. So, you guys ready to paint? Yeah. Are you feeling funky? Are you feeling confident? Okay, cool. I always find that I have to get my bearings a little bit before I start. So, alcohol, the drink. Alright. Look at your plate. We're going to go over our colors. No, eat the pickle first. It's good. No, really, eat the pickle. I have a whole Korean sub over there, and I just tasted it, and I'm like, oh man, that's gonna be like a situation in a bit. Like, alright. So on your plate, in no particular order, because sometimes I herp to derp the order, you should have white, red, blue, black, light blue, and yellow. Everybody got that? Okay, it occurs to me that I missed purple, so we'll get purple to you in just a minute. It's like one of the last things we use. And this is Mr. Wayne Floyd, who is also a musician. Do you still host Wayne's Day here? Yes. Yes. So he is the one of the bartenders. Mr. Sam Anderson is behind the bar as well, so show them some love when you get a chance. All right. Let's see, where the heck did I put my brushes? There's business cards. I got them. No, you need those, Renee. And this is Renee Gomez. He is a photographer, so he is here filming me do this. So yeah, it should be good. Okay. Crossing my toes and my fingers. What's that? Oh, hell. Yeah, girl, it takes 5 seconds to squirt some ketchup onto your plate. Here you go. There you are. See, I told you I miss it sometimes. It's like I jinxed myself. Alright, I'm putting the purple near me so I remember to do it. Alright, everybody grab your big brush. That's this guy right here. You should have 3 brushes. You should have a big brush, a medium brush ran away, a medium brush, and a little bitty teeny mini brush. I call each of these different names, but you can remember them as the big, the medium, the small. Otherwise, the big one's Hulk. We're going to start with Hulk. Alrighty. So, first things first, I'm going to grab, like I'm scooping ice cream out of a bowl, or sour cream, or whatever you want to think. Don't eat the paint, by the way. I know I refer to food a lot, but don't eat the paint. This tastes like toothpaste. The white tastes like toothpaste. The yellow is very chemical.
Have you tasted them?
I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to confirm or deny, but yes. I actually, last class, I know, right? Like, literally natural toothpaste before the flavor, right? Yeah. It's not fun, no. It's non-toxic though, so it's not gonna kill you, it's just gonna taste bad. You're fine, you're fine. I got my butt stuck on the chair last time and it fell, so you're good. Alright, y'all ready? We're gonna start in this upper corner on the left.
We're painting that right there?
We're painting the fairy, yes, but we're actually going to start with the background. So I'm starting with the yellow, and I'm leaving my paint kind of chunky on the canvas.
So a little bit of white, a little bit of yellow.
A little bit of white, a little bit of yellow, and I'm just smearing that on the canvas. And I'm leaving chunks behind, because we're going to use that to blend in a minute. There is no particular order. No particular order in this just yet. Get those lights on. That would be phenomenal. He put up that banner and I'm like, oh hail. And I don't have my ring light with me. You know what? I'm just gonna buy camping lights and just hang them up. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing. Kind of pull it down like this. Toss it into a little area over here. Right. I want you to pick 3 areas to put this yellow and this white. So I'm grabbing white, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white, and I'm kind of chunking it on my canvas. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm leaving chunks. We don't want this to dry immediately. We want it to stay wet. Alright, I'm going to find another area here. Last time I did this, I covered up my 3rd area. I'm going to throw it. There we go. Throw a little chunky bit right on top so it won't dry. A little chunky bit. Alright. Y'all doing okay so far? I figured we just started. I'm going to take my shoes off because I just feel more comfortable on this thing. I'll put my shoes on.
Okay, good.
I might see if they could turn something on over here. They did something last time over here.
They came on eventually. I think it might
Yeah.
be the timer.
Maybe. It'd be funny if I just stuck y'all on the stage next time and I'm like down here.
Right.
Alright. So go ahead and without cleaning your brush, just grab a little bit of white. And a little tiny bit of the light blue. Make sure you're grabbing the light blue. It looks like sky blue. It's on the... I did not. No, we're leaving it nice and dirty. It's the best way. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and come right alongside my yellow chunky bits here. And I'm grabbing a little bit of white, a little bit of blue again. And I'm just making little X's around my yellow area, like so. It's almost like you're framing it. Make sure you're grabbing a little more white than blue because that blue can really be overpowering. Alright. You gotta play with it a little, so. If you grab too much blue, grab more white, throw it on top. It's real loose right now. And the motion I'm doing with my wrist, so y'all know, I'm kind of going like this. XX, like a figure 8 with my wrist. Trying to touch both sides of the brush with canvas as I go, like so. Like I'm squishing. And I'm kind of twisting, moving the paint. There are some things that I will do in a painting when I'm creating them, and then I will not know what the hell I did last time. I will forget. Thankfully this is not the case, but like, that's why my paintings sometimes end up different. And that's okay. It's a good thing to be doing. Nothing wrong with the text. Anyway. None of that. We're painting a peaceful space. Alright, and I'm going to go and bring that blue all the way up to the top here. And as I meet an edge on my canvas, I'm going to take a second and just wrap the color around. The reason we paint our edges, it's pretty important. The reason we paint our edges is because it helps seal the canvas and keeps it nice and pretty. So I'm not continuing out into the canvas just yet, but I am making sure that it's still wet with paint. So I'm gonna do some chunk behind over here. Okay. Now, I'll give y'all just a minute, because I paint really fast and all my eyes. Give y'all just a minute. I'm gonna take a bite of my sub. I think that should do a song. What you think?
You calling the shots, you do.
Go for it. Do something party. Or do something rowdy. I don't know. Do you?
Well, you gotta make up your mind. Rowdy Emperor. Well, if I were a ghost, all the things I tell you, would you run, try to seek the high ground? And if I were lost, more lost than when I found you, should I go, try and find the path again? I'll fly you around inside. Windows look like sky. No, it's alright. No, it's okay. Live like you and I someday. Now if I make time, the way I make my music, would you smile more often than you do?
There's a red light stop.
And if I smile just for once without reservation, I doubt there'd be a thing we couldn't do. I curse at the dashboard light. I'm home late another night. You know it's alright. No, it's okay. Live like you and I someday. And they never wonder, no, they never question. They march crying past the grave. And I wanna feel love without feeling old. I wanna feel the wind blow through my soul. I wanna love you for the rest of my life. And I wish that life weren't dying. Dying on the vine. Say it's alright. You don't get a life without pain. I can't deny that. Yeah, but all I wonder, when it's poison picking time, which one is mine? Oh, mine. Well, you know it's alright. You know it's okay. Live like you die someday. And maybe one day, yeah, maybe sometime soon, we can be happy again. Whoa, we can be happy again. Whoa.
Alright, how we feeling?
Great.
Alright, good too. Okay, make sure your brush is good and clean. When you are cleaning your brush, make sure you're hanging onto your cup so that you don't make your neighbor super wet, unless you're just going for that. I mean, it's whatever. Alright, clean brush, slightly damp. don't pick up any paint. We're going to go directly to our canvas and start a technique called dry painting, which is where you just dry brush. Go ahead and pull your colors together. We're blending. Keep a little circle of yellow up here, but you can go ahead and pull this blue up into your yellow. Make sure you break up any edges you've got. Don't want those edges. Those edges are funky. And if you happen to do something like this where you're just kind of pulling color together and you're like, well, hell, oh well, you're all right. You're doing it right. No color. We're just going dry brush right on the canvas and we're blending. We're blending. We're making a delightful mess. Try not to overblend because you'll end up with a green sky. I mean, this is all right. Keep it, make sure you can see your yellow and your blue. There's a nice separation there, but make sure you blend them all. Like put your color together. It's always a all right. Cool. Okay. Now, do not clean your brush. A little bit of the blue and a little bit of the white directly on top. And we're going to fill in this area. Yep, the light blue. Keep it the same blue. Light blue.
Is it blue and white?
Yep, light blue and white. And we're doing the same thing. We're just filling our area a bit more. Take your time. Make it look how you want. Try not to focus too much on one area. Move around a lot on your canvas. That's okay. You got a little bit of green in there. That's all right. This is a fairy land. You can have a green sky and a What's funny is when I painted this, I was like, I've painted like 5 fairy paintings prior to this, and I'm like, man, I gotta do something that like I haven't done before. And I was like, something abstract maybe, something a little unique, you know, like it's, you just see them out of the corner of your eye. You're not sure if it's a fairy or a cricket.
Right. That's what I got from them.
Yeah, good. Okay, you're picking up what I'm putting down. I like that.
If you didn't say fairy something, then I was like, what is it?
Oh, I've had people be like, is that a dragonfly? I'm like, sure. Which you can make it a dragonfly. Yes. Yes, I know what I don't know if is it counting fairies or is it? Yeah, I know which one you're talking about, but it's, I don't remember the name of it. It's gonna come to me. Alright. Yes. Alright, so grab a tiny little corner of red. Like just kind of go, bloop, take that, little corner, just a little bit. Then grab a little blue right on top. Find an area near your red and kind of pull those colors together. We're going to go right in here in the upper corner and just light blue. We're going to work with light blue the whole time. The dark blue is actually going to be one of our last colors. We're throwing a little bit of pizzazz in here. Just throughout. You can just kind of add this in wherever while your paint is still just a little bit wet. If your paint is not wet, remember you can grab the light blue and the white. Just a little bit of light blue, a little bit of white, a little bit at a time, and you can use this to break up any areas that are giving you trouble. Maybe you have no idea what I'm talking about. It's cool, fam. It's cool. Yep. No. Dark, not your dark blue. Come on, Trista. Brain work. Okay. Light blue and a tiny little dot of red. So like, go bloop, like this, little dot, and then grab your light blue right on top, like a pea-sized amount, and then find an area and just kind of push them together somewhere on the plate. You don't even have to be like a precise pusher. You can just kind of go bloop, bloop, bloop. Now, if you want to further blend this, if your paint's coming out real heavy, if your paint's coming out real heavy, scrape your brush off on the edge of your plate, grab white, grab a little bit of light blue, and go over that dark area and that little X pattern, and you're going to start introducing more of that light color in, and it'll brighten it just a bit. Make sure you're doing those little bouncy kind of figure eights with your brush. Just kind of, you want to lift and block, lift and block. It's almost like you're blocking the brush on it. And you're twisting your hand at the same time, pulling your colors over. Just play. I've had people do this in a number of different ways. Like, you could literally just finger paint this and it would still come out cool. So, just saying. It's not a hint or nothing. It's just, I'm just kidding.
So you did some down here too, like the...
Yeah, I added just whatever was left on my brush. If I had some extra and it wasn't super heavy, I just kind of blotted it on there and blended out what I had. When you guys are done, grab your brush, hold your cup, stab and stir with the bottom of your cup, clean your brush really good. We're going to make green next. Are you excited? Then we're going to mess up our green. Are you excited? I had this image in my head of somebody hacking out the next one. It's like, ooh. Don't develop back problems. It's not fun.
Like, I work for FedEx.
You're like, I am a back problem.
I'm sorry. Oh, sure. We'll track enough for that after.
It's all good. Okay. Tap your brush on the edge of your plate, or on the edge of your cup, on the edge of your plate. Ooh, I hit the spice in that. Ooh, that's so good. Guys, if you're hungry, get the Korean sub. It's so good. It's so tasty. Oh yeah, the hot dogs are very tasty. Very tasty. Alright. So, give me a second to remember if I used dark blue or light blue for this. It's been like 2-3 years since I did this. Okay, it appears that I used dark blue. So, grab like a little strip of dark blue like that. Go kind of light on it, don't go too heavy, and then just pull out a little bit of your yellow like this, and just kind of sweep that color in until you get a nice green. You're almost tapping. If your color is not totally mixed, that's okay. You don't want it mixed. You want it light and feathery. I know. It works out. It works real nice. And what's cool about this is as you go, if you need to make more green, you can just pull some yellow out, grab a little blue, and just keep swiping through, doing a little bit at a time. I know, it's like, you feeling lucky? I'm feeling lucky. No Guinness, no Guinness. Does Loveless have Guinness? I feel like this is a Guinness. Oh, they have a dark beer though. Let's see. They did. Okay. I faked myself out because there's not much light over here. I faked myself out. Okay. So here's where it gets kind of fun. Y'all ready? Grab a little tiny dollop of red with the green. Then go over to your green and sweep it through. Sweep the red through your green and just.
I am a sailor by trade like my father was before. But now I'm making my way up the Atlantic corridor. Hey, early morning when the ship set out to sea, I can hear you breathe beneath the rumble of the rains. Clear up the coast as I gaze out the window of the train. Oh, New York, send me more. I come to New York like Los Angeles before. yards are empty. Boyd in Jacksonville, I hope she don't forget me. Here up goes as I gaze out the window of the train. Oh, never go some more. I come to New York like I said those before. See the settlers lift you over. Oh, but I'm the father of your child. Oh, never send me more. I come to New York like I said those before. See the settlers lift you over. But I'm the father of your child. Of your child. Good. Y'all are nice.
All right. Nope, you can keep it upside down if you would like for this next step. It might be easier. Okay. So, my brushes keep rolling into the floor, but we're using the medium one next. I'm going to put the little one down. Ooh, that's dangerous. So, just FYI, if you put your alcohol next to your water cup, you're going to end up with paint in it. So,
I've done that one doing that.
yeah. And we're using green, so it definitely doesn't taste like you think it tastes. It tastes like dirt, so I highly recommend using it. I'm like, wait, what color are we using? I can determine the taste. All right. Been doing this for too dang long, y'all. How do you know you've been in your job for too long? Well, the paint has different flavors. Alright, so I'm using my medium brush, and I grabbed a little bit of my green, right? I'm going to dip just the tippy tip of my brush in the water, and we're going to mix that in just a hair, because we want this to flow, we want it to glide. I know, I said just the tippy tip, and then I just dunked it. It's fine. It'll be fine. Then grab a little bit of red. And if you look at the original, right over here in the far corner, we're just going to come in here and give our grass a little bit of personality. So we're going to come in here like this. It's best, I find, if you angle your brush down about midway through and just kind of lightly use the tippy tip to sweep up and around and break up your edge.
It looks so easy.
So be careful with the amount of pressure you use on this brush. What I like to do occasionally is line the brush up with my pinky like this. I'm like, okay, yeah, we got it, all right. And use my pinky basically to stabilize. But your paint is pretty wet, so if you can get away with just being light with it, you'll get a good stroke. If you need more green, always mix. It's okay. Plenty of time. Alright. So when I booked this class, I was like in the middle of recovering from being sick, so I set it up, I got it all together, and then I'm like, you know, today rolls around and somebody reminds me, by the way, school ends today. I'm like, oh hell. There goes my freaking painters. Yeah. Well, it's alright. I actually had like 3 questions when I peeked at my phone just now. Can I bring my kids? I was like, I think, you know. Right, do they drink tequila? Do your children drink tequila? Have they grown up in the country? So, yes, a little bit of red, a little bit of green, and we start with the brush down like that, and sweep up. Ooh, you're doing it right, look at those strokes. You're doing great.
How come you're not painting?
So,
What's that asparagus?
asparagus.
Make it look like asparagus.
Yeah.
It's a fairyland.
But, or, I'm gonna let Matt go for it while I show Renee how to do a stir fry. Oh, sorry, I'm in the way over here.
I'm a light drink.
I'm behind the wheel of the jitney.
Yeah.
I'm just about to die. Made a promise to myself, at least I'm gonna try. When the bad guys think they got me, and one day they'll be right. So then I'm behind the wheel of the jitney, just about to die. I never wanted to be a hero. Well, that's a lie. I'm just trying to be a good man first. I'd rather love than fight. There's always someone making trouble. We're chewing scenes, bad things happen to good people. Can't help but get me. I'm behind the wheel of the jitney. I'm just about to die. Made a promise to myself, at least I'm gonna try. The bad guys think they got me, and one day they'll be right. So then I'm behind the wheel of the jitney, just about to die. I can't fight the bastards on my own, much as I'd like, but I got friends who do their best to help me turn wrongs to right. We don't always get along. Well, I don't care if you come for them, you come for me, and they know I'll be there. I'm behind the wheel of the jitney, I'm just about to die. Made a promise to myself, at least I'm gonna try. When the bad guys think they got me, and one day they'll be right. So then I'm behind the wheel of the jitney, just about to die. Till then I'm behind the wheel of the jitney, just about to die. Wilson.
When I first used this cloth, I was doing a mural and it's got burrs on it. So I'm just gonna put these on. Okay, you guys ready to make the stem of your flower?
Yes.
We're gonna make the stem and then we're gonna let everything just kind of chill out and dry after this. But while we're using the green, we may as well, right? May as well. So we're gonna use the medium brush, otherwise known as Iron Man. Forgot to introduce Iron Man, but yeah, occasionally I get a wild hair and I call him Iron Man. Grabbing blue, making more green, making sure I got green. There we go. Grab a little bit of red with it. All right. Coating my brush. So, here's the deal. When you're doing a painting like this, it's kind of like a landscape. Things that are in the background are actually going to be slightly more dull than things that are in the foreground. Now, the flower is really in the foreground. So we're going to darken that just a little bit. Grab a little extra blue on the brush, a little extra red, and just find an area of your green and darken that color just a bit. So that's blue, red. Huh? That's the dark blue for the green, yeah. Dark blue for the green, and a little bit of red. I'm going to darken that color, pull the green in, and if it looks kind of burgundy sort of, that's okay. You did good, you did good. So what I did was I grabbed a little bit more blue and a little tiny dollop of red and I mixed it with an area of my green to darken it, but it still looks green. Dark blue, there's a little bit in it, and then a little bit of red, and I went until I got a nice dark color.
On this right here.
Yeah, you'll see it whenever you mix it in, when you pull it in, it's gonna pull in and looks a heck of a lot darker. Yeah, that's what you want. So, operating on that concept, I'm gonna start at the bottom and go, all right, this flower is going to go way the heck up here.
Way the heck.
Way the heck.
Way the heck.
Yeah.
Watch your language.
But what if I don't want to?
That's right.
Right.
I was about to say,
Well-
that's why there's no kids allowed. Come on.
I mean, I say that you can bring your kids with a parent, but I always forget to like edit, and I'm like, oh shit, oh, sorry. You know?
Does everybody have a shot? The kids are like, I don't.
The kids are like, I have juice. You know? See, when we bring Matt's kid, she just kind of goes, whatever.
She knows the
She knows the deal. All right, I'm making a leaf here, coming off of my plant, and really all that is just 2 strokes squished together. And then 1 little light stroke for placement, and then 1 nice mash in thick stroke. And connected it to my stem here. So I did this. I did that kind of quick, so I'll show you. I went like, here's my stem right, and I went like this. Like, all right, that's where I want it. A little bit more. Start at the little tip, and then I pushed. You get a nice big thick stroke. I'm gonna make a little branching section kind of over this way. And I don't know if I'm gonna do the same kind of flower that I did over there. I might do something a little different.
Are you using the thin brush or are you still using the medium?
I'm still using the medium, and what I did was I just used the very tippy tip. Now, if you're not able to get a thin little line like that, I'm mostly using that for placement. You can take your little brush, coat it completely with the green, and just use your little brush. It does basically the same thing. There we go. Just making some little stems there at the end. Because I got in an argument with my brother over dandelions last night. I think, oh man, I didn't realize he had been drinking, and I was like, no, you don't cut down your dandelions, you gotta leave them for the bees. And he was like, I don't want dandelions in my yard. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway. Like, who doesn't want dandelions? They don't hurt anything. The butterflies come to visit. He's like, oh. I'm like, go to bed. It was funny. I thought it was funny. It's a little bit funny. It's like, are we really just, did we really just get mad at each other over dandelions?
Yeah.
But that's how you know we grew up together, right?
Right.
Like when I'm over there, I'm in the studio, so I'm just like over there working and whatever, and he's like, so like, I've been thinking about the lawn, and I give him advice, and he's like, "Brr." I'm like, we do occasionally get one big fat raccoon that stands up and likes to kind of peek in through Matt's window, and it scares the hell out of us a little. But Walter, we haven't seen Walter the raccoon in a very long time. We bred 3 generations of little raccoon families out of a cat food bowl on the porch of Matt's apartment, so it was funny. Yeah, she'll show up first, and then she'll be like, all right, come get it.
Trisha, where'd that little piece come from right here?
So this is like a closed flower. So it's like you're making a little bitty football with your medium brush or your little brush, either one works. Little bitty football shape. So like, I'm gonna show you all the flower situation on the back. I'm gonna say I went like that. Little bitty football shape, I just kind of went bloop, bloop, like I made 2 parentheses squished together, and then I just kind of went bloop, 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 bloop with the tip of the brush. You can also use your thin brush for that.
Got it.
Yeah. It's just an abstract way of making a flower. dealio. By the way, you guys, I have two very, very, very sweet kitty cats that have been in my garage since my neighbor got kicked out of his house. And we are trying to find them a home. They are a bonded pair of kitties, so if you know anybody, please let me know. They are very sweet. Oh gosh. So you're tapped out. Everybody I know is tapped out. They're like, I can't. I have 3, and I'm like, I don't think acquiring 2 more is a good idea. What? Oh yeah, yeah. It's the dander. And
Cats and dogs. I like to hang out with girls. That's not me. My daughter, all she wants is always take them through.
you're just like, I want to snuggle down. Yes. Oh. I just raw dog reality. I'm horribly allergic to cats, but I have 3. So I pick them up and I'm like, love, 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 and then I'm like, wash. Benadryls are kick. And then my face starts breaking out and I'm like, just wash it, make it better. And I'm like, it's fun. I'm like the little grandma cat lady with her art studio and a garden in the backyard and like 8 cats. I'm like, doing my best.
You need a snappy turtle.
A snappy turtle. I do. I need like a sassy frog or a snappy